zapping all you hoes away like get back, ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like get back, ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like get back, ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like get back, 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 ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like.
What is going on, everybody? This is Oliver Twixt here.
And this is Lauryn, and we are back with the what?
Chasing Atlanta Season 4 review!
On episode 5.
No, bitch, 4. What's going on, everybody? This is Oliver Twixt.
And this is Lauryn, and we are here to do the review of what?
Chasing Atlanta Episode 4. Girl, no. Fuck it.
Episode 4, you guys. So we're going to dig right on into it. And when I mean dig into it, I'm going to talk about the tea. I'm going to talk about this bullshit. I'm talking about these motherfucking crab legs. And once again, using Oliver Twixt seasoning, okay?
Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody go.
So the episode picks back up with the fight from the previous episode at Troy's Christmas party. I mean, I feel like I did the right thing. I left. I saw it was about to be an argument. I didn't really want to argue with her. I mean, I think the great thing is we got an iconic Chasing Atlanta moment with Move Fred Hammond. So then we go to a scene of Dominique with Cameron explaining what happened at the Christmas party. And this was very interesting to me because, you know, in context of when this was supposed to be filmed and happened, at this point, me and Dominique have never had any negative run-ins with each other. And if anything, during this time in real life, he just reached out to me to do his logo for his brand. I've invited him out to some of my events. I'm talking to them. I started a group chat. I was checking in with them. I was, like I said, inviting them out to different things. Him and I hadn't had any negative run-in. So when I was hearing him describe what happened at the Christmas party, it carried a high level of bias with what read to me are already preconceived notion and attitude towards me. Why is he using words like, well, you know how Oliver is? Well, yeah. I didn't do anything. I got up and left. Everybody saw.
If like he really know you've been around you or something. Unless like what? How?
My thing is, what I felt like when he was explaining it to Cameron, he was explaining it in such a way that wasn't true to what actually happened.
Oh, okay.
Those are his opinions. I'm just glad I know. I'm just glad I'm aware. And I just know how to move accordingly. It's not like beef or anything. I just know how you truly feel about me. And like I said, I can see if during that time something had happened between you and I, but nothing had happened between you and I. So then we go to Mommy and I at the spa.
That was a cute scene.
Did you enjoy it?
That was really good.
That happened right before COVID lockdown.
Really?
Like in real life.
But no, that was a good scene of y'all.
We talked about the thing with Kendra. My mom don't like that stuff. My mom was a deputy sheriff in our hometown for years. She was a sergeant. She patrolled many areas. My mom is going to many classes, many academies. She's highly decorated.
She can leverage that when she needs it.
Yeah. It's a simple respect thing. If my son isn't trying to attack you or disrespect your physical space, that shouldn't be done to him. Yeah. Like, we're not children, we're adults.
Yeah.
And if you do that to him, you should be dealt with accordingly, which is under the full powers and jurisdictions of the law. And when Mommy was like, you don't tell me stuff, because my mom be wanting me to know. I mean, she be wanting to know because she be wanting to
do what she gotta do.
Do what she gotta do with paperwork and stuff like that. And see, this is what the girls don't understand. They come on this show to be trying to do cute stuff, and it's like, bitch, y'all be coming on this show doing shit, and y'all can really fuck up y'all life trying to entertain people.
To be honest, what's the next thing?
Well, then I told a story about how she called me that day. How she called me on the day she was getting married. Well,
okay, that's right. So she was getting married. So wait, did she get married?
She did get married.
Okay.
And so
Why didn't tell you before?
I don't know. And I saw some people in the comments were like, "This is fake." No, my mom seriously did not tell me she was getting married until the day before. I was at T.S. Madison's house.
So did she ever meet the lady?
Yes, I did meet her. I was at T.S. Madison's house and we were filming content the same day. For my YouTubers out there, the same day we shot that Paris Bennett content, when Paris came to the house and they did that word association thing, this was the day my mom called me and told me she was getting married the same day. Now at the same time my mom just called me, somebody took $1,000 out of my account.
Really?
Yes! So I really couldn't talk to her in the moment. That's why you hear me say, I'll call her back, and I was like, you wasn't really finna call me and telling me this, were you?
Congrats to mom.
Congrats to her at this time. They ain't together no more. Girl, that's a whole nother story.
Wait, so they got divorced?
Girl.
Already? What? Yeah, we're gonna have to come back.
So I want to talk about Imani Van Zap saying I was the weakest of the week because she felt like from what I understood, my personality is big and I say mean things that hurt people's feelings, so I should tone down my personality. Have y'all heard some of the things these other people have said about me on this show when I have said nothing about them?
But my thing is, I also feel like, so you're supposed to stop being who you are, what you feel, for the sake of other people on the show. That's what it's a reality.
Have y'all not
It's
heard some of the other things people have said about me on this show, have accused me of on this show? Nothing I say about any of these girls holds any nowhere near the same weight of maliciousness that these other girls have said about me.
They go for your childhood, to your aunties, to your uncles. They go all the way back then to what you had with you. So I don't think you say what needs to be said and given.
And I don't say anything outside of what anybody else has said about me or about anyone else. And my thing is, why are the rules always different when it comes to me? Does anyone make them stop? All the lives and the posting and the copying and pasting and the ganging up and the plotting and the lying where people have came back and apologized to me. I still have the receipts in my phone where people came back and apologized to me and said, I knew you wasn't wrong in that moment, but I felt some sort of way. Don't even get started.
Y'all, please don't get Oliver started.
There was a scene with Dominique and Rico where you came up again and there were some comments about
Dominique and Rico?
Yes. They met up and they were, of course, talking about the coronavirus, and then they conveniently looped you in to talk about you having coronavirus and watch out for Lauryn. And I was like, well, this moment is supposed to be about you and your friend. Why are you mentioning someone who's not important in this moment? Like, it's that, again, like going out of your way
to say something about me.
Yes. What I did like about this scene was Dominique sharing his story about why he moved to Atlanta and about him striving and wanting to achieve his business dreams. I like that. So in the next scene, it was this conversation about Q and Troy about, you know, where he's been and all the other stuff. Only thing I kept thinking was like, why is Troy's ass so tooted up right now in his bed? Like,
I think I did look at his butt like it's. I think I did.
Why is there some booty on this bed? Like, why is your ass up and so peachy?
Yeah, look, it was flat. It was perked up.
And then again, as he's getting off the phone with Q, he asked about what's going on. Well, he asked about you, of course, and then he asked about me and Q. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if we go back through all of his scenes so far on the show, there's always been a mention of Lauryn and him and or me and Kendra and or me and Q.
There was some fact.
I'm just curious to know what was the reason, was production telling you to say these things? Did you feel like you had to drive the narrative? So honestly, when we picked back up film, I was like, oh, we're gonna have new shit to talk about.
But my thing is, it wasn't really, I just feel like if I was there, I just feel like it would be like, I just feel like the route of the show would have been a little different. I think it probably would make more sense.
Maybe I'm just different. I'm not about to walk around and let someone bother me.
Yeah.
Like the mentioning of their name changes my, what the fuck? Like, bitch, I'm not in motherfucking middle school.
No.
I'm a man with a dick that pays taxes. We go to a scene of me at my food tasting The Twixt Fix seasoning right now. So, Fred, what is your thoughts on the seasoning? This is like your third time eating it.
No, this season, y'all, let me show y'all something. Let me hear a quick mukbang right here. One second.
You do that sound so well. And that day was very hectic for me.
Really?
Because my chef who developed the seasoning, Chef Holly, canceled on me that day. Because during this time, this is when COVID, we weren't locked down yet. So I know in the show it said like, it's a show, watch the show. But at that point in time, we hadn't shut down. Now there is a reason why we hadn't filmed in like a month and a half. But out of respect for the people that it involves, it's not really my business to really say, and I'm not going to say that, growth. But there was another reason why Chasing Atlanta had stopped filming for a month and a half. Like a lot of scenes that I had set up had to be pushed back.
That's true.
Yeah, so my chef canceled on me. So I had to cook all that shit myself in a matter of like hours. Because I didn't want the scene to be canceled because I had already invited so many people out. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to be like, hey, my chef isn't available. I'm just going to cancel on you. And I was like,
I thought she had cooked it, but she just couldn't come to like set it up.
no, bitch, I had to go get all that shit and cook it that day.
What?
I didn't have any warmers. I didn't have anything.
So was it cold?
It was slightly cold.
Did they
but
shade
I told
it?
them that.
They didn't shade it, did it?
Well, while we was sitting there, there's a video on my phone of me, from my perspective, of everyone's reaction to the food. Because I knew what people would do. Because, I always want to trust the girls and believe they're going to be good human beings. But the smart part of me knows who I am in the grand scheme of this chasing a reality world. And I know at any point in time that anyone has the option,
the opportunity
to shoot me between my eyes, bitch, I better duck. Oh, but I just didn't know it was going to come from Rico with a K.
Wait.
Because we were all there. And like I said, everyone knows I don't mind being corrected. You can tell me I don't like what bitch, I see the comments in Chasing Atlanta all the time.
So what did he have to say about it?
Well, in his confessional, he was like, it was cold, the mac and cheese was dry, but you asked for 2. So was it dry?
Rico, did you really ask for 2?
He said in his confessional he asked for 2.
Shady.
And he was eating.
Wait, he said he asked for 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you said it was dry.
Rico.
And it was like there, I asked everybody, hey, what did y'all think? People was telling me what they were saying. Like people was like, oh, this is too salty, this is this. People were sharing with me their thoughts.
Okay, so they really was like,
yes! He didn't say anything. So on this show, there are certain people I don't throw shade towards. And Rico with the K is one of those people where like I never really said anything shady about him during the season because I started to develop a certain like care and love for the boy. Huh?
Have you wanted to?
No, because he's sweet to me,
No, he is sweet though.
So when I saw him say something different from what he said to me that day, it was just kind of disappointing. So I'm like, I never thought you to be this type of person like the other people I expected from, but like, I didn't expect it from you. And then they came out there, and again, they asked me about Kendra, and they asked me about you.
Oh, thank God I went. Well, we know how you feel about those, so.
It's like I say the same thing in every scene.
I know.
Why the fuck I keep asking you about this? Oh, I skipped the whole thing. My friend Jerron popping up at the thing.
How did he know? Oh, because you had posted it on your page.
Mm-hmm. Which he has done that to me before.
Wow.
There's actually a video of me. If I scroll through my Instagram where I'm at my sister's room, and I had posted that I was going to be there, and baby boy popped up, and I was, hey friend, what's going on? You didn't tell me you were coming. People who know him knows that he has this very flirtatious energy about him, and it's just like, I don't know why he was doing all that.
He seems sweet though.
He is very nice. He's never treated me the sluttish ways I've seen him treat other people. Like he dogs them out.
Slut.
You ever meet those boys where it's like, okay, we may have an energy, but I know, and you know that I know, so it's like, we already, like, it ain't never gonna be.
It ain't gonna never be.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a little flirt here and there.
Yeah, because I know, so it's like, and you already know who I am and what I'm not going for. Me and that man have never had sex. He's never seen me naked. I've never seen him naked.
Not even a picture?
We never kissed. But yeah, I don't know what baby boy had going was like, girl, why'd you doing all this? All this touching the face. Get your hands off me.
Oh, he said, what did he say? He said something about being mature or something like that.
Child. So, again, some of Troy's confessionals, there was a particular confessional in this episode that rubbed me the wrong way, only because it's like, you said something to the tune of like me cheating on my boyfriend and whatever. While you can have your opinions, it's like, as my friend,
why would you put the allegation?
Yes! It's like, the people can't say I said anything shady about Troy. And like the only thing, and I heard him say this about him and Dominique in her live. I don't know if it happened in this episode or another episode, when I was like, ooh, let me, I was about to say Troy's YouTube show. And I was like, wait. I was like, is it a YouTube show or a podcast? I was like, hold on, let me go look, because I don't want nobody saying nothing I'm shady. That wasn't me being shady. The camera was just rolling and I stopped. And I went to go look so I could make sure I respected him and the name of his show, and I didn't say anything wrong. And if you guys saw the full footage, I do that a lot when I'm about to name someone's business or someone's show or someone's song. I'll go to talk and I'll be like, wait, hold on, give me a second. Let me go get it right, because I want to make sure I'm saying this person's business and brand the right way and I'm not being disrespectful. But because the girls, again, because I'm Oliver Twixt, at that point, I'll be honest, I was kind of getting disappointed. I'm like, Troy, like, why? I feel like you're going out of your way to say negative things, and I haven't said anything negative about you this entire season in any confessional. But it's like, darn if I do, darn if I don't. If I would have sat there and mispronounced it and fucked it up, oh, she being shady, but it's like, I went to go try to find what it was and say it the right way, which could have easily been edited out. I'm still being shady. So they were talking about Travis pulling Dominique down on his lap, and then I can't remember if it was Troy or Dominique who said in their confessional that at the party Travis had slapped me on my butt, which is true, and he had done something to Troy.
Now what I don't like is that they try to make it seem like Travis was just this touchy, feely pervert type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like now, do I want a bitch that just made a close up follow me, put me down? No. But I feel like it wasn't, like, when I seen it, you would have thought like he grabbed his ass while he pulled him down. Like, maybe Travis could have just stood up and gave him a hug. But I also feel like it's like, damn bitch, I'm already sitting down. You already this small just to come down to me. Like,
each of the three things they said he did that night, he did do that, because I slapped the dog fuck out of him.
Wait, he did that night too?
At the Christmas, yeah, he grabbed my butt.
I thought it was like different times.
Yeah, they didn't show that. I think cameras were down at that point, and I was like, first of all, you're not my man. I wasn't, at that point I wasn't dating nobody. Yes, I punched the dog, and I brought him around the corner, and I said, Travis, and me and him had a talk. He was drunk. He had been drinking, so I don't know if he remembers. I said, Travis, don't come on the show and be doing stuff. I said, don't do that. We was in the bathroom, and I was fixing my hair. I said, Travis, don't do that. So again, I don't know if I would call Travis a pervert. I think that's a little bit slightly mean-spirited. And then the fact that he keeps being brought up, like, that happened back in December. This is now March. Like, we still talking, like, this is still like, you haven't called her by now. Like, the girls know, bitch, I would call you. I would text you, like, hey girl, we need to talk right fast. You haven't called her and talked to her now?
Will do. I haven't had the experience with him because we didn't get a chance to film that much together, so I don't really have a real input on, like, he's just always cool.
Yeah, he alright. He cool people for the most part. Troy again asked me about Q.
Again?
Yes.
Damn.
I guess the people just really wanted to know. No shade, but it's always my goal when I'm filming Chasing Atlanta to always have my scenes be something that I'm doing.
Yes.
Like, when I watch reality TV shows, I don't want to see a bitch at the park, skating,
talk about the same shit.
picnic. Like, I want to see bitches in action doing stuff. And it's like, if you're on a platform, you should be wanting to show what you do in your life that's monetizable. So if y'all notice, a lot of my scenes is me working. Okay, so yes. So there was a scene where Dominique, Troy, Rico with the K, and Kendra sat down and they talked about them coming to my event, and as well as trying to get Kendra okay with us all meeting up. because Troy and I were trying to get the group back together. And again, I felt like the way Dominique was talking about me, like he used, specifically I remember him saying like, you know, there was a lot going on, and I'm like, at my tasting event, there was nothing going on. Nothing happened. Everybody ate. Everybody was having a good time. We was laughing. We went out there, shot the scene, and then we went home.
Not over exaggerating the scene.
Yes, I'm like, nothing happened. Like, you had just came over and cut Cookie's nails. It was like, hey, I want to hang out with you. I was like, yeah, you and your boyfriend and my boyfriend can do double. I said, I'll hire my chef. I sent out the text message. I said, I'll hire my chef to come over here and we can hang out. Just give me a date. You never came with a date to me. Mm-hmm. So like, I've always extended a friendly gesture towards you. And at this point, I don't remember anything negative happening between us. If anything, at this point, you were like, hey, I want to see more of you and stuff like that.
Not,
I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Not the exaggerating at the part. Oh, that's so funny to me.
Kendra, not feel like Kendra. So Kendra gets upset at Troy bringing up me and them wanting to have her come to the thing. She's like, why are you bringing him up? You know, that's a trigger for me. And Troy's like,
you talking about the studio?
And she felt like Troy was like defending me on my side. She had a problem with that.
But my thing is like, why everything gotta be an issue? Because at the end of the day, you still gonna feed into it. She still was feeding into it when they brought your name. She was still feeding into it.
So this was, I think, was filmed in March, April. I haven't seen since December. Why 4 months later?
You still upset?
Yes!
During COVID.
I'm just like...
During COVID.
I don't know. I just wouldn't be comfortable showing everybody that somebody's affecting me that much. Like, I wouldn't do it.
For me either.
That's like...
It's called bother.
It's just like, just let it go. Like, just let it go, you know? If I'm all these things... If I'm... No, girl, I'm going to eat this. This is going to be cracked and busted.
But you up here picking up the one...
Girl, I'm scooping up the juice and the things.
But how you know that's not the one I licked on?
Yes, you around here eating toes, bitch. Girl, yes, you right. I probably need to eat that whole bowl alone.
Wait. We're brothers.
No. Kendra, when Kendra walked up, when she was like, now what was said? Bitch, I fell out.
Oh.
That was gold to me. So what was said? Bitch, I felt that was funny to me. That bitch is funny. And you know what? Slightly, I must say, I agree with what Kendra did in that moment.
I mean, I thought the same thing. She did the right thing.
Troy is the one who is the conduit of me knowing what Kendra is saying, Kendra knowing what I'm saying. Q knowing what I'm saying, me knowing what Q is saying. And so it's like with you placing yourself as the person who's taking these things back and forth, but you're speaking in a way that I just want everyone to be okay and fix all these things. Are you really fixing it, or are you just
going back telling?
Being the vehicle for the mess?
It's never a moment of we're here for what we're here for. It's always some drama into what we're here for.
Ooh!
What?
Say it again and we're gonna end on that note.
I'm just saying, it's never what we're here for. It's always drama about what we're here for. Like, we never here for the party. It's always some drama here and what we really here for. Like, if we really here for the party, why we just can't have the party? If we here for the studio session, why we just can't have the studio session?
So you telling me that when the people walk into those spaces, what they decide to do, what they've already decided they wanted to do, is going to shine through despite of what the set foundation was, what the intentions were. Is that what you're telling me? And with that, y'all, this is the end of our episode 4 review of Chasing Atlanta season 4. Again, I am Oliver Twixt.
I am Lauryn, and guess what? You gotta make sure that you like, subscribe, and see us every motherfucking Wednesday on Chasing Reality. And make sure that y'all like and subscribe and comment on this video.
Yes!
Share it.
Share it.
And let's get right motherfucking to it.
You can't help but be ratchet. I can't.
ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like get back, ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like get back, ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like get back, ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like get back, 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 ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like ZAP, zapping all you hoes away like